Hello ladies and gentlemen, DJ Fedora here with We Are Everywhere. Now we're coming to you tonight with episode 2 of Haunted Texas, and we're exploring a well-known area here in a major theme park in North Texas that's considered to be haunted. Now the area that the hauntings occurs in is actually a little house that was moved here in 1950 when the park opened, well in the 1950s I should say, when the park was opened, and it actually was around this area from the early 1800s, so it's a very old house. Now the haunting is of a little girl named Annie, and she is known to turn the lights on and off in the top of her home, as well as mess with the drapes, and she's also been seen roaming the railroad tracks over by the area that the flume is. So we're going to check it out this afternoon and see if there's any validity to this, and we're also going to take a look at the area at night to see if we can actually spot the light turning on and off, as well as to see if we can see any of the drapes being messed with. So we're going to check it out and see if Annie's out there and doing her stuff, and we're going to have some fun in the process.
The actual house is a very small house, as most houses used to be back in the late 1800s. Mainly looks like one major bedroom, a downstairs area that may have had a fireplace and another bedroom. The window that you just saw there was the window that they actually say that Annie is seen the most in. And when we were here in the park a few weeks ago, that window, those drapes were actually perfect, as you'll see, that like they were in the next window that you'll look at. Now they're all messed up and out of place, so obviously they have been moved since the last time we were there. Now that area up there, according to the employees, is storage that is very rarely used. So that being said, there's probably not very many people going up there at all, if any. So the most activity that you will see that the employees say is the light is turned on and off at night when nobody's there. We were hoping to catch the lights being turned on and off while we were videoing, but according to the employees, like I said, it's usually late at night when security is walking through the park. They will come by and the light will be on when, of course, nobody's been up there. So they'll go in, turn the light off, come back later, the light will be back on again. The doors are always locked, so nobody can go in and turn them on. It's obviously something happening. Now if you'll see this window here, the right side, the drapes are kind of pulled to the side a little bit, and I could have swore I saw some movement out of them, which is why I zoomed in really quickly. But as I zoom in closer here and kind of inspect the left and the right side of the window drapes, you don't really see anything going on past what I had seen earlier, which was a very slight movement. So the upstairs area itself has an outdoor access, which was put in later after the house was moved to this area. The house, according to the local legends, was actually up on the other side of the ridge, down closer to the area where Johnson Creek is, and it was actually moved back a little further after the park was put in to make room for the walkway for everybody to be able to utilize. So what you'll see later here, after we finish with this little area of the house, is the section of railroad tracks where Annie supposedly is seen wandering up and down. And that's kind of one of the most other major areas of activity. The shot you'll see here is the banks of the Johnson Creek, and this is the area where she was said to have actually drowned, because this is one of the more deeper areas of the creek itself. The water is very dark and murky, so you could see how an accident could easily happen there. The railroad tracks that she is seen wandering up and down, directly behind the area where her house is. So is the house here at the park haunted? We may never know. The best way to find out for yourself is to go there and check it out and see if you can see Annie playing with the drapes and turning the lights on and off in her little yellow house. Well, we want to thank you for joining us for this episode of Haunted Texas, and just to remind you, we aren't anonymous, but we are everywhere. And until you can come along with us again, we'd love to bid thee farewell. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, and we'll see you next time.